I love salad. It's crisp, it's crunchy. For me, it's really satisfying to chew, so leafy greens are one of those things that I'll load up on to get that satisfaction. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've set a salad down in front of a person in a restaurant and they're like, whoa, that's way too big. Number one, you don't have to eat it all. Number two, we don't want you to leave hungry. And number three, you're eating nothing but leaves. Load up. So my salads tend to be pretty substantial. You can tailor your own salad to suit your own needs. After all, you're in your kitchen, so hopefully that means you're the boss. I like to start with my lettuce because I need to wash it and it needs time to dry so that the dressing can stick. So I'll cut this head of lettuce into strips before I wash it in 4 parts water and 1 part vinegar. I'll cut it into strips so I can use less material to wash it and also so it takes less time to dry. I'll leave it in the wash for a minute or so, give it some agitation with my fingers, rinse it out in the colander and spread it on a towel to dry. If you have a salad spinner, you can use that here. And if you don't, you can fold up your towel like this and spin it around. I usually do this outside, but it's snowing today, so I'll make a mess indoors. On to the non-lettuce components of this dish. Now, I do like to make quite a bit of this because it can go in a lot of different stuff. It can go in tacos, it can go in burritos, it can go on nachos, it can go on salad, you can stuff peppers with it. So I tend to make quite a bit. The recipe that I'm gonna verbalize to you is per onion. So I like to go with as many onions as will fit in my pan, and per onion, I like 2 cloves of garlic, 2 dried mild peppers, 1 dried medium pepper, and 1 hot pepper that I'll leave whole. If you don't want to work with the dried chilies, you can use a big spoon of chili powder, but I promise you this is not that hard and very worth it. After I open them up and remove what seeds I can, I'm gonna boil them for 10 or so minutes, just enough to get them soft enough to work with. We're going with anchos as our mild pepper, guajillos as the medium, and 1 arbol chili as the hot. In addition, I'm going to use any vegetables that I have that I'm trying to rescue from turning to mush at the bottom of my fridge. So today that's going to be a handful of mushrooms and a bell pepper, which is not that weird. When I have my team assembled, I'm going to brown my beef. This is 1 1/3 pounds or 600 grams. I'll render some of this fat out of the beef for the sake of deliciousness. I've done this before. I like to cook in the fat of the meat. Why would you pay full price for something and then throw part of it away when it's going to add so much flavor to our dish? And when you discard the fat, you usually end up adding other fat to cook in that you've paid more for. Use your product, ear to tail, includes the fat. I'm gonna cook these onions until they're soft and sweet, about 8 minutes. And because it's almost impossible to overcook mushrooms, I'll add those in at the same time. Once those onions have sweetened up, stir in your garlic for about a minute or until it smells garlicky. Then I'm going back in with my beef, chopped chili peppers and bell peppers. And the only seasoning I'm using that isn't supplied by my ingredients is a big spoon full of cumin. Now, I like to buy whole cumin seeds and toast them up and grind them myself, but you don't have to. I'm also gonna add about a big spoon each of soy sauce and fish sauce. Now, I'm willing to take an authenticity hit for the sake of deliciousness because taco salads aren't really that authentic to begin with. And that just leaves us with the question of dressing. Now, you can really dress this with anything that you'd like, anything that kind of goes with the flavors of your taco beef here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this banana pepper hot sauce. And this one comes straight from a company here in St. Paul called Face Punch. And this is actually my barber right here. I haven't seen him lately because I was sick last week, but that's how I came across it. My barber thought it would be a funny kind of Christmas gift to give people hot sauces with his face on it, and it was such a hit that now he sells personalized hot sauce out of the front of his shop that he buys from Face Punch. So that's how I came across this. But what I like to do, because essentially this is just flavored vinegar. So I'm gonna add about a half a big spoon of this to a bowl, and I'm just gonna make a salad dressing. Add a little bit of oregano because those flavors go together, and then about 2 big spoons of olive oil slowly whisked in. We have our salad dressing. The point is to get the flavors you want into the vehicle you want. And one of those flavors is cheese. We have a big choice to make here, melty or crumbly. And the answer is that I like cheese. And both make a strong case, but in a salad, I'm probably gonna go crumbly. I'll save that melty for a burrito or something like that. This is queso fresco, not unlike that farmer's cheese that I made a couple of years ago, still the most popular video on my channel. And as you can see, I haven't even unwrapped this because it's so crumbly. I'm just gonna stick a fork in here and sort of release the crumbles. There we go. There we go. Release the crumbles. Cilantro. Cilantro, if you're one of those people that can't have cilantro for many reasons, not only the main one, you don't have to do that. Okay, let's check it out. This salad is so delicious and so versatile. It makes its way into my meal prep probably twice a month, probably a good 7-8 times a quarter. That's a weird thing to say. Can you tell I'm still sick? Okay, all right, let's check it out. This salad is ridiculously good, very easy to make, freezes very well, and it's so versatile. The flavor is You can really make this as spicy or as mild as you'd like. This right here is probably about a 3 out of 10 because I share space, I share meals with some people that don't really have as high of a spice tolerance as I do. And that's fine. I can make something like this and do something with hot sauce to get my preferred amount of heat. But there is something to be said about an intentional meal being flavorful, and there's a lot more to spices, a lot more to peppers than just heat. And I used a lot of not very spicy chili peppers to make this, and it just has such a wonderful mouthfeel. I can feel it in my nose. It's definitely a warming sensation. I don't know if it's spicy. My tongue isn't tingling at all, but everything is very warm up through here. So I would suggest cooking at a mild to medium level where you're not afraid to use products that are mild to medium, but with the intention of not burning out your guests, creating flavors, and then you can always build them up. Thank you so much to all my Patreon supporters, which now includes Acro. Thank you so much for your support. You're now going to enjoy all of my new content ad-free, and because you're at the duck egg level, at the $5 a month level, you get it a day early. But for anyone who wants to support the show directly for as little as $1 a month, you get all of my new content ad-free on Patreon, so follow the link in the description below. I've been thinking about redoing that farmer's cheese video for a while. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. I'm gonna leave the original right up here. And then in the past, I've made many awesome salads, and I'm gonna find one and I'm gonna give that to you right here.